other part of the road. A very beautiful morning to all of you. It is so awesome to have you all once again. This is Richa from Sheila's Data, and it feels great to welcome you all for the second stint of this digital marketing series this week. Having said that, I would like to introduce our most humble and inspiring speaker for the day, Bella Khaja, the founder and marketing director for Nimble Marketing Consultancy. Thank you so much, Bella, for partnering with us. Yay! Moving ahead. Okay. So may I just, run through what Sheila's Data is? Bella, can we just move to the next slide?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. So who Sheila's Data is, what we all do and what is that, makes us different from the other communities or other videos that floats online. So we are a non-profit organization and we were incepted in the year 2016. Our whole sole primary focus is on the importance of diversity, data, and digital literacy by conducting free workshops, seminars, and meetups for women. And of course, men can always join us. So it's all about, the data tribe, the women in data, women in tech. We want to help women to embrace data and tech in order to get them ready for the job market, for the global network, and, just make a mark of their own. So yes, we are very proud to say that since the year 2016, since our year of inception, we have trained almost 6,500 women. So what's our mission? What just keeps us motivating? We just want to inspire more and more women to pursue careers in data and tech. We want to build a community, with people, like-minded people like us, women who can come together, learn, connect, interact, and just enjoy the journey. So what's our vision? Ultimately, the whole idea is we want to expand as much as possible. The reach should increase. And, we just kind of want to put our foothold in Asia Pacific continents over the next 3 years. And we definitely need your support. Okay, so thank you so much for your time right now. Bella, let me pass the forum to you. And before that, okay, so we have some housekeeping rules.
Yes,
Please post your questions. Continue to do that on Q&A, anything related to content. And if you have any questions that, the screen is frozen or the video is not good, please drop us a question on the chat. Thank you so much. Bella, over to you.
Thanks, Risha. Thank you. All right. So who are we? All right. My name is Bella Khaja, everybody. And I'm the founder and digital marketer at Nimble Marketing Consultancy. If you want to learn more, may I just ask, flip your phone, go to nimble.sg on Instagram. You can see a flurry of social media postings on Instagram. And that's pretty much what we are as a team, how we are presented visually as a team. But of course, deeper than that, we are here to empower brands and business owners like you, like me, especially female entrepreneurs, empower them with the knowledge of digital marketing and tech. And today's presentation is all about that. And I'm really, really excited because the journey towards empowering more women in this space has been, going on since like 2016, the same year Sheila's Data started. That was exactly when I founded the company as well. And I'm also the co-founder of Fem Bootcamp. And Fem Bootcamp is actually also a digital bootcamp devoted and dedicated to women to actually empower them with branding knowledge, tech knowledge, social media knowledge, and all that. So if you have the time, please visit all three platforms. We have Sheila's Data, Nimble, we have Fem Bootcamp, and there's so many more communities. Tell us how you feel this morning. I would like to know where you're from. Tell us how you feel this morning. Are you excited for today's session? Because after all, it is all about content marketing and for our business, whether or not you're a busy entrepreneur, whether or not you are a seasoned entrepreneur, this session is really for you. All right, so thank you so much, Sheila's Data. I have to say, so much prep work, a lot of dedication to actually put this webinar together for over 100. I believe there's about 150 of you, more than that actually, who's registered today. So I'm really, really excited to kickstart our class, and let's begin. So today's session is about content marketing for the busy entrepreneurs. Now, I would love if you may, grab your notepads, have your phone on silent so that you can actually focus a lot on the presentation, and then get your coffees ready, get your coffee ice ready, get get your drinks ready. I have here with me my Yakult is just right here. I'm ready to kickstart my class. And of course, before we begin, I would like to know where you're from. All right. So who do we have here? In my chat group, I have Yana. I have Yana. Yay, nice. I have Vanessa. I have Michelle. Wow, nice, nice. Hi everyone. Let's just be keyboard warriors. And just say hello to everyone. Hi Kelly. Hi from New Zealand. And where are you from? Hi Queen. Nice to meet everyone. Alrighty. Nice. Manila, Melbourne. Wow. Do I have anyone from Malaysia? Do we have anyone from Hong Kong? Nice. Do we have anyone from Indonesia? Nice. Alrighty, Jakarta, Switzerland. Wow. Johor Bahru. Wow. It's so nice. It's so nice to see this flurry of chat group. I'm so excited. Yana, are you excited? Look at that. Wow. All right. So today is really one of my favorite topics, and it's the reason why I exist in the business and in this space. Because I what I do every single day is content marketing, content amplification, content personification, how we present ourselves via video, how we present ourselves in the short form, in Insta stories, how we do our YouTube videos and all of that. So today is really the second part to the series of webinar that I believe that is so crucial to get you up and running and to actually do this online and really and do this really well. Yeah. So it does not matter. It does not matter if this is the first time, if this is your first time joining me in the second part to the third part, 3-part series, because I believe Yana and her team, would actually be sending you all the replay links. But of course, you want to try to join us live and not just wait for the replay link, because there'll be a few things that I'll be sharing with you, and we'll be interacting in this chat bot so that we can always be engaging with one another as compared to just watching the replay. You know what I mean? Yeah. So get your drinks ready. Let's kickstart the class. And yes, I would also like to take this opportunity, of course, to also share with you guys what is happening on the 1st and 3rd of May. Whatever that you're seeing right now is actually, is actually what I'll be talking a lot more in depth in Nimble's first ever virtual summit. And we're hoping to get as much support for that summit that's happening on the 1st and 3rd. There will be details coming out soon on our website. And then of course, if you're interested, if you're keen to learn more about content, advertisement and all that, please join me on Friday, as well as the summit that's happening in just a few days away. Yeah. All right. So in today's session, what we're gonna do is we are gonna actually uncover, right? We're gonna uncover some of the best practice for content marketing and what it takes to really put ourselves out there on the online space, and where exactly in the online space, right? Do we go on social? Do we go on our website? Do we hide behind our YouTube videos and stuff like that? We are also going to, of course, and this is important, develop a ready mindset for content production, because as the theme to today's session is all about us being incredibly busy running our business, but how is it that we are able to actually create content on the fly consistently, right? So that you can always be that engaging brand that your audience crave and rave about at the end of the day. This is all the things that I'll be discussing with you today. So get your notepads ready. Because there'll be a lot of writing that I want you to explore with me. Yeah, so keep the conversations going on the chat group, and of course, if there's any there's any questions at all that you have for me, keep it in the Q&A at 11:45. I will be answering all of that. Hopefully I'll answering all of that so that we can so that it benefits the entire community who's watching us right now on this webinar. Right, so of course we're going to also share what it means to have shareable content, and then and the last part to it all is, of course, the tools to help you with your content production in a jiffy. Right. So today's objective, of course, the reason why I wanted to make sure that I talk about content, and this was a discussion that I had with Sheila's data team, and I told everyone, I said, look, if I'm going to do this webinar, let it be a day where I dedicate a subject matter on content marketing, because it sits at the very heart of what we do as an entrepreneur. Because there is absolutely no way you can move on to your business, or you can actually share about your business, talk more about your business, if we don't have a proper content funnel, if you don't understand, the values that your brands represent, and you don't do this and illustrate this with the content that you actually want to put out into the world, and this is going to be problematic. So that is why I wanted to, I actually spoke to Sheila's Data and said, look, I really need a day to talk about content, because this is something that everyone is struggling with, even as a seasoned entrepreneur, even as a seasoned marketeer. I'm always changing up my, my content strategy. I'm always changing up my stories. I'm always trying to improve myself. And this is something that even I, as a seasoned entrepreneur and a marketeer, I actually have, I struggle with this sometimes. So we'll talk about how to actually put all our thoughts in an editorial calendar, because it's really, really going to be helpful. But before I move on, may I just ask in the chat group, do you have issues with content marketing? Do you have issues with content marketing? Is this something that you typically struggle? A part of content marketing are you struggling with the most? Could you just write down in that chat group? Could you just write down in the chat group what you feel about content marketing? What are some of your biggest struggles that you have with content? Yeah. Getting the content. All right. Getting the content, acquiring this content, right? Right, Jenny. Yeah. The ideas and the time to implement. Oh, yeah. Such a problem. The ideas. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Rose, I agree with you. Where do I even start? Lena, nice. Saying something timely and useful. Saying something useful to the world and actually convert them to a paying customer. I agree. Marilyn mentioned that I struggle with content marketing and coming up with meaningful thought pieces and having the mix of it. I really like that. All right, let's have more. All right. Trent, you mentioned that ideas that customers that will feel very most engaged. I really, really think so. I mean, like when we talk about content amplification or content distribution, do you actually talk about it like, on IG story? Do you go on LinkedIn to talk about it in the form of a microblog? These are ways to actually express yourself in terms of content. And Trent mentioned that, how do you get people to really be engaged with the content? Do we even talk about videos, or do we explore video marketing? What if you're incredibly shy? Are there any ways where you can still get your content out, get your expertise out without even appearing on videos? What are some of the success matrix? All right, I want you to write this down. What are success matrix that you actually have to put there for yourself when it comes to content marketing? This is really, really important, because I'll be sharing with you some of the key things to take note when you actually deep dive into content marketing, so that it's not an effort that doesn't make sense, and in this case, monetary sense. Yeah. Alrighty. KPIs. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. All right. So, are you ready, ladies? Are you ready? All right, let's kickstart. Now, before I begin, I would like to inform everyone. The last time I had this, there was a problem with checkout. But please, everybody, I wrote a book on social media basics, and this is going to supplement the entire trajectory and semantics of content marketing, because it's everything that you need to know on LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, even up to Vimeo. And I would like to give this away for 10% off. Everybody, just use Sheila's Data as a code upon a checkout, and you can have the ebook ready for you guys. And this is something that's going to supplement you with your work. So I hope this is something that you explore in the pipeline together with our session. Alrighty, don't forget, it's Sheila's Data upon checkout. All right, before we begin, let's start. Let's ask ourselves these questions, right? These questions about content marketing, and what is really, really important. What is really, really important when it comes to projecting ourselves in the online space, right? I have a lot of students who ask me, Bella, ads content, and this is kind of confusion that we always get in class. Like, is advertising that we actually put out into the world that to convert, to engage someone, is something that we have to think about. Yeah. And a lot of times I always get students who ask me, how consistent should I be? Once a week, is that enough? Should I blog once in fortnightly? Is that enough? Should I be posting on, so how many times do I have to post on social media? Is that enough? Right now, the question that I also get is, do you have different kinds of content for different stages in the buy cycle? Now, if this is the first time that you're listening to my lecture, and if this is the first time that you're hearing what in the world is a buy cycle, I'll actually explore that later on in the lecture, so that you don't have to worry. So we're going to revisit the idea of the buy cycle together. But the question is, are you ready with preparing a different kind of content for different types of the different types of stages when it comes to bringing your customer from an awareness stage to a conversion to a retention, right? So everything that we do from now onwards, take a step back, reflect very deeply about what you've been doing in digital marketing, whatever that you've been doing on social media. Take a step back, let's have some introspection and ask yourself, do I really have content pieces, very specific content pieces for the different stages in the buy cycle? And if you do not have, this is why the webinar is so important. So I hope you got your notepads ready and actually and get ready for the presentation. Yeah. Now, of course, everybody hates to be on videos, and to be very honest, not everyone is very acclimatized to the platform. Not even like putting yourself on Insta story, not even holding the phone right to you and doing this to yourself. This is something that a lot of people struggle with. So I do have suggestions that, to basically allow you to actually continue to create that content, to get everyone to hear about you, even if you're shy, even if you're an introvert. And this is something that I want you to master the art of, being out there in the open, doing your videos, but also be a content producer and a content creator that doesn't necessarily have to be on video, but still be able to actually get your thought pieces out and package yourself and actually mold yourself into the thought leader that you ought to be. And this is really key, yeah, because not everyone is acclimatized to videos, not everyone, but of course I encourage you to be on videos. But of course, what I'm trying to say is that if you are shy at this stage and you're not really used to video marketing or videos, and to begin with, what are some of the ways that you can actually put out your content across and still be impactful? Are we clear? Is everyone okay so far? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up on the chat board if I'm going too fast, or if this is something that you understand so far. Thumbs up on the chat board will be really, really helpful. Yeah, Yana, thanks so much. I was quite wondering if anyone's listening out there. So yeah, let's start. Okay. Alrighty. So of course, please, you want to screenshot this, you want to copy this, go ahead. I'm just gonna go straight to it. There's one thing called there's a thing called long form content, and there's a thing called short form content. And as a business owner, as a busy entrepreneur, you need to ask yourself, which part do I want to focus on? Do I focus on long form content where, we're thinking of the 1,000 worded essay on the blog? We're thinking about the tutorials, the yoga tutorials that you're putting out on YouTube. That's about 15-minute long. We're talking about webinar sessions like that, which is about like an hour long. These are what we call long form content. And long form content is typically a piece of content that seeks to explain, that seeks to elaborate, and seeks to enhance a person's mindset about your business, about what you have to offer. Because at the end of the day, it is through this long form content, it is through this long videos that you allow yourself to actually explain the work that you do, that you actually go step by step as a guide, and you bring your customer on a very entertaining journey via this content, whether or not you're writing it, whether or not you are actually shooting on a video. These are what we call long form pieces of content that seeks to empower and retain an audience's attention. Are we clear? Yeah. All right. So if that is something that, if that is something that takes, oh my God, Bella, that's going to take a long time to produce a 20-minute video on how to bake the perfect cake, then of course, let's think about our short form content. Yeah. So short form content is basically a content that seeks to summarize the issues, the issues that generally what people have on the fly, right? It seeks to summarize the points in a very concise manner, and usually is done on like things like, on platforms like Insta stories, like FB stories, like, like static pictures that you actually put up on Instagram, and then you do a little bit of microblogging, and that is all, right? That is all the short form content that you do. And typically, right, like for example, Nimble does a lot of short form content, and we do this a lot on Insta stories. So if you're on your phone right now, take a look at Nimble's Insta story, right? Take a look at Nimble's Insta story and see for yourself how, and if everyone doesn't know where Insta story is, just at the logo, you see my logo, and you see that colored ring around that, just click on it, and you will see, for the past 24 hours, the kind of short form content we actually put out just to entertain someone, just to educate someone. Look at the visuals, look at my visuals, look at my videos, look at how I make things pop. This is what I mean by the creative dexterity and the creative work that you actually put in terms of actually garnering the person's attention in a very quick manner, yeah, or a very quick manner, yeah. So this is really key. Is everyone clear? Yeah. So at the end of the day, as I mentioned here, content marketing is extremely focused on creation, distribution, and making sure that you are relevant, to your target audience, that you are relevant to the customer base that you actually have, that you also remain consistent. And this is important, yeah? All right. So if you have never done this before, if you've never thought about this before, please write this down in your notepad, because this is so important and so crucial, because you cannot have a proper content marketing strategy without having two of these things, which is to ask yourself, what are my social goals? What is my business goal for the month, right? So typically when you do content marketing, ask yourself, all right, Bella, I did a 20-minute video on, I did a 20-minute video on how to bake the perfect souffle cake. And I wanted to actually put this out on YouTube. And then, it's not just about putting up the video on YouTube and then just hoping that you have some audience at the end of the day. It's to actually, you have to actually observe if that 20-minute video on the souffle making actually got you that amount of reach, right? Did it get that amount of views? Did you garner that amount of commentary for that particular souffle video? And this is something that these are some of the key metrics that you have to consider, and some of the things that you actually have to ask yourself, what exactly are my social goals if a piece of content is put out into the world? Because it is important, right? So if this is something that you have never thought before, let's move on to the other side to the slide, which is the business goal, right? So I did a souffle video. It's 20 minutes long. I put it on YouTube. I got like maybe about 500 views. And in that YouTube description box, I actually put a link to actually shop for the souffle cakes that I have made. And it goes back to my website. It goes back to the it goes back to the landing page where I actually sell my souffle cakes. And that is exactly what I mean as to how you connect a social goal and a business goal together. Have you done this before? Have you actually been wasting time putting out the content out into the world, but you have totally forgotten the whole idea of content marketing? And the essence of it is to actually bring people back to the funnel, in this case, our sales funnel, which is going to be the key driving thing for your business. Do you always make this mistake about actually putting this together, putting the social goals together and the business goals together? Let me know in the chat bot. So that I know this is something that, alrighty. Hang on, yeah. All right. Okay. So we have some technical issues with the Zoom. Don't worry. The SLD team is right there to assist everyone. But of course, if anything is a matter, please just come to Nimble's Instagram stories as well and just DM us away, because I have my team there ready to answer your questions as well. So don't ever worry if you ever feel lost. Let me know if the presentation is okay and I'll move on. Yeah. All right. So what I want you to do on your notepad, right? I want you to just think about for this for a moment, yeah? I want you to write on your notepad what exactly are your social goals for this month. Are you here? Are you here? Your sole purpose as an entrepreneur is to get followers. And if you actually want that many followers, ask yourself, how many followers do you actually want to hit on your social media platform? Like, for example, if you want X amount of people to follow your LinkedIn page, if you actually want 10 more subscribers on YouTube, if you actually want, like 50 more people on Instagram, these are exactly the kind of matrix that you should be writing down. And I want you to spend about a minute or two, so that I can, take some time to sip my coffee. Yeah, take a time for a minute or two to ask yourself, what are your social goals for the month? And then what you can do is, let's keep this interactive. Could you just put it in a chat group? Put it in a chat group and let me know some of your social goals this month. How many do you want to reach? How many followers would you like to reach at the end of the day for this month? Yeah. All right. Let's hang on. All right. Marilyn, thanks for sharing. Yeah. All right. My friends follow my business account and they comment they did not sing a single post. I do a very curated style on Instagram, usually three later posts in a row, and no one sees it. Let's talk about hashtags in a moment. Yeah. My CEO, Serena, my CEO wants 5,000 followers on Facebook, on Instagram. Wow, wow, wow. How do we get that? How do you get that? So let's talk about ads. Let's talk about ads and let's talk about organic. Let's talk about organic ways of actually marketing and see if we can actually get your CEO to be really, really happy and perhaps a pay raise at the end of the day. Alrighty, 100 people, Jenny, setting up an IG account today. Well, that's what the book is for today. The book has all the semantics of how to set up your business on social. So that's great. 100 followers are really, really good. And Jenny, just to pick up your point about 100 followers, right? For those of you who are actually setting up your social media profiles for the very first time, and if you're actually on Instagram and you seek to actually grow the Instagram account to 100 followers, now don't panic if you have actually turned a personal IG into a creator's Instagram account or a business account. Don't start to panic and go, Bella, where are my insights? I don't see any data on my on my Instagram. That is because you have not reached 100 followers. On Instagram, you got to reach up to 100 followers before the actual data can actually be collected and and to inform you exactly what's going on your following. Yeah. So and Anthea, hi, Anthea, 1,000 followers by the end of the year. That's 30 a month. Exactly that. Let's do that, right? 30 followers a month. What can we do? Let's talk about giveaways, right? Let's talk about things that will allow people to be activated to actually follow your Instagram account, to follow your social media account, so that you actually would be able to grow your followings in due time. Yeah. Now let's talk about business goals. Now you don't have to tell me your business goals. You don't have to do that, but I want you to just, put it in your notepad and ask yourself, what exactly is my business goal for the month? Now, I know the period of COVID is really tough. I know this. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Right. And therefore, this has adversely affected your business on so many fronts. If you are actually a brick and mortar business and you have to close your shop and stay at home, this is adversely going to, it has affected your business. Or if you actually are a service provider and you have been out there in the open and, meeting your clients and all of that, you have actually, your business is also affected. But how do we actually create content in this very, very tough period and use our vulnerability and as a strength to actually not garner attention, but to actually be consistent and relevant in this tough period. So this is where I would talk about content pillars in the pipeline, because you and I, we have business goals to actually reach, right? We have business goals to actually reach. And this is important and so key, because the entire trajectory of your content pillar is meant to actually fit exactly in the cycles, no matter what the climate, no matter what's happening out there. Yeah. So the question for us is, are we ready to be consistent with our content marketing? This is really, really important. Something to think about, all right? Something to think about, right? Now, of course, this is a part where I say, hey, ladies, let's talk about a buy cycle. And this buy cycle is that entire process that I mentioned. I'm going to say, yeah, that cycle. But today I will talk about illustrate to you a different kind of funnel that talks about our audience and our customers, and then of course advocacy for the brand. So I will talk about a different funnel in a while, but just screenshot this, right? Screenshot this, and I want to tell you in that box that I have here in yellow, it says here, this is important to remember. Every single customer goes through a process of consideration, realization, and conversion. What you have to do is to prep them for every or in the content funnel, so that you can actually nurture my audience. Yeah, you can actually nurture a plain old audience like you and I. We are such a cool because you do not know what I've offered. You do not know you don't understand my business. So we are considered a very cold audience. It is your duty, content marketeers. It is your duty, founders. It is your duty, female entrepreneurs, to actually turn this cold audience and warm them up into a lead, or in this case, of course, an audience, and of course, a sales at the end of the day, right? So this is the trajectory that you have always remember, and this is how we're gonna do this. Yeah, are we ready? Okay. Marilyn, that is so funny. FML, me too. We've invested in a few paid posts, and from there it got worse. I feel like nothing has been going on. So that's the thing. Ask yourselves again. That is why I asked right from off the bat. I asked, ads considered content? What happened in that ad strategy that got you that you boosted it and then you got the reach, but it had absolutely no conversion? So something to really think about. All right, so let's think about this, yeah, ladies. Let's think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's talk about the first stage. And this is typically, right, this is typically where it is an awareness stage, where the customers realize that they actually have a need. Yeah, so this is important, because if you don't see this, if you don't attend to their needs, if there is nothing on social media, if there's nothing on the digital platform to actually talk about the things that you offer, you are not going to activate your customers in this way, because you will not help them realize that they actually have a need. Everyone has a need. Everyone has chosen a certain lifestyle. Everyone has chosen to be here on a webinar. Is there enough information on Sheila's Data website? Is there enough information on Nimble's website or Nimble's Instagram to actually tell everyone about this webinar? This is exactly what I mean by stage 1. Yeah, alrighty. Okay, next, we're gonna move on to stage 2. Yeah, so stage 2 is all about, ta-da! All right, so this is a part about stage 2 where the customer is typically in a mindset where, all right, I'm going to explore. I mean, like, there's a ton of webinars out there, but why come to Sheila's Data's webinar? Why come to this? Why come to Bella's training? Or why come to Bella's webinar? Because this is a thing that you're going to assist in. This is a thing where you're supposed to assist your customer and your audience, right? To explore with them the alternative solutions, and why you should be selling your unique selling proposition at this stage, in stage 2. Because if you don't tell them why you're so unique, they're not going to come to your funnel. And this is something that a lot of people miss out, right? So they got stuck with the awareness part, and then they don't understand the second part, which is, this is where they go like, all right, but there's a ton of webinars out there. Why come to yours? All right. So stage 3. This is a part where I would definitely have to tell you that this is really, really important, because this is a part where we are going to talk about the leads are no longer cold anymore, and they are actually very, very warm, ready to buy, ready to convert. And this is where you have to ask yourself, right? Why should anyone buy the products and the services that I render from me again? Is the experience that I had during this webinar, was it completely magical? If it wasn't magical, trust me, they're not going to come back. Even even you have so many content pieces out there, they're not going to come back, because the interaction, the engagement with the things that you've been doing on social or on digital did not hit the mark. The question is, was that experience magical, even if they were looking at your ads? Think about how Apple does their advertisements, and we're going to explore that later. If you look at an Apple advertisement and you watch it from a marketer's point of view, you go like, wow, what an incredible storytelling, because they do everything that they will do everything it takes, right? Everything that it takes to actually convert someone from a complete cold lead, yeah, to warm them up, to actually convert them at the end of the day. So we're going to explore the semantics of why Apple commercials is exactly what I mean about how they master the art of storytelling at every single stage. Yeah. All right. So this is the thing, right? The thing about stage 4 is I want you to actually focus. I'm sorry, there should be, I think, okay, sorry, this should be, yeah, this is the conversion stage. Yeah, at the end of the day, they chose your platform. Because you were able to actually tell everyone that you were, after all, the best option. It is, after all, at 11 a.m. in Singapore. It is really the best option, where we are all, we've done the admin work. It's right on it's at 11 a.m. There will be a replay. Of course, this webinar is going to be great. So this is convenient for everyone. So that is why everyone here converted to the webinar session. So this is exactly what I mean about how everyone here converted from at awareness to consideration to a conversion. And of course, it is my duty now. To actually follow up with everyone. Sheila's data is here to follow up with everyone with an email to say, thank you for watching. Here's a replay and stuff like that. All of those things are content. They are all the content efforts that I am that I am trying to get you to see how every single piece of content is so crucial in the buy cycle. Yeah. All right. So what do we do now? Right? So here's the thing. Let's talk about the biggest misconceptions of content marketing. Yeah. So this is the thing that I wanted to tell everyone. There's a lot of pressure to put out content at this stage in our business, because there's a surge of content out there in the world, and there's a lot of noise that's happening. You are not the only baker, you are not the only yoga instructor, you're not the only realtor, you're not the only digital marketer, you are not the only expert, right? Because there's a lot of content creators out there, right? How do you stand out? And this is the biggest misconception. When I talk about this a lot in my lectures and in my students, I go like, look, sometimes, right, most times, and I have a 404 here, just to let you know that most times, we overthink our content. And that is actually, when you overthink the content, it would actually work against you rather than for you. What I want you to think about is, I want you to have some introspection. Just sit back and think about all the things that you have been putting out on YouTube, on your social media platforms, even on Facebook, and ask yourself, did you actually get any form of engagement because you overthink something and you didn't want to just do it raw? Is there an opportunity for you that you can actually do this raw in things instead of doing something that is so polished? The thing that I want to actually encourage you is, I want you to look back at what my hero, David Ogilvy, he mentioned something about content, and he says here, if you're trying to persuade people to do something, it seems to me you should use their language, the language that you use every single day, the language in which they think. So sometimes, most times, if you actually have to do a piece of content in Mandarin, in Malay, in a native language, in your language, if you think that this is a lot better to connect with your audience, do it. Just do it. Just do that content in that native language of yours. As long as there's a connection between what you have created as a piece of content to the audience, and you actually have that relationship and is molded together, that is the key driver to your success. So, like I said, you don't have to be polished. You don't need a fancy video editing tool. All you have to do is just think through the buy cycles and see what part of it should I be polished, what part of it that I can be raw. Because like I said, and please remember this, sometimes in our vulnerability, this is actually the strength to content creation. When you are vulnerable, when you are raw, when you're real, in terms of whether or not you're writing something, whether or not you are presenting in a video, when you are so real and people can see that, people they're not seeing through you, they can see this with you. This is where you can build that relationship with your online audience in ways that are so magical, in ways that Sheila's data has done it, in ways that Nimble has done it, in ways that I have done it. And this is key. Yeah. All right. So like I said, Don't overthink this. Do you overthink your content? Let's keep that chat coming up. Let me see what's going on. Yeah. Do you overthink your content? Let's just wait for everyone to just share their opinion about like what's going on. There's 140 of you here. Do you overthink your content, and then this dampens your success on the online space? Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, cool, everyone. Yeah, such a waste of our time, right? Yeah. Oh, Marilyn, you launched your first YouTube video, and I'm shying away from sharing because I forgot to put on makeup. Nice, nice. Right, Vanessa from Hong Kong. Yeah, I'm missing out the Cantonese population to my content as I've translated, but I don't speak nor write in Cantonese. All right. Don't worry. I'm gonna help you with that. I'm gonna help you with that. Truly. I'm gonna talk about how we can subtitle your work. All the tools ready. Okay, so I'm gonna help you with that. So if you're speaking in in a language like in English, and you want to subtitle this in a native language or things like that, I have a solution for you. So stick around. Stick around. Alrighty, behind the scenes. Yeah, Jenny. Get out of your comfort zone and we won't judge. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Alrighty. Look, ladies, thank you so much for interacting with me, because of course it feels really strange that I'm talking to a computer, but I would love for you to actually, keep the conversations coming in, because it would definitely help me out with my presentation. Because here's the thing. Yeah. You've seen this before, and I'll repeat this again. This is exactly what I showed on day one. Yeah. Day one on Monday. Yeah. This is what we call the marketing funnel of how we actually bring every one of our prospects in the awareness stage, and how we funnel them at the end of the day to our website and our socials and things like that. So this is exactly what I spoke about on Monday. But in today's session, it's all about this. Now, this is if you're my student, if you're a Nimble student and you've seen this before, and I will repeat it again because this is such an evergreen thing. So I'm not going to not say this. So here's the thing, and my students will know this. It is never a problem. It is never a problem to actually get a customer. You can always get your customers in every form, whether or not you bought them from an ad view, you actually disrupted their attention with an ad. That's how we get our customers, or you organically grow them. To me, honestly, as a content marketer for the past 4 years, I don't think customers are a problem. It's never a problem. The question for you and I is, in that efforts of the 4 years I am in business, in that effort of being in this business and being a content producer myself, how in the world did I move them from being a customer and actually putting them through a journey with me and turning them into a raving fan? How do I get my customers who are just, a one-off? Today, they will buy an iPhone, and tomorrow they might buy an Android, or they might buy a Huawei at the end of the day. So this is never a problem, because at the end of the day, the customer may choose a certain type of lifestyle, and they might just, just go out of your funnel, and they go like, nah, I'm not going to be a customer anymore. The question for your content strategy, please remember and take this down, is how you actually move them from a customer and turn them into a raving fan, right? Because a raving fan will stick with you for the long haul. Yeah, because the last part to the funnel, as you can see, the funnel starts from becoming really big, and at the bottom it says there advocates, and this is crucial. If this is the only thing you're going to remember this, busy entrepreneurs, at the end of the day, word of mouth is still important, right? Being top of mind. Can we write this down, Nimble girls? Can we write that down? TOM, top of mind. Okay. If this is the only thing you can remember from my presentation, being top of mind and word of mouth is still really important as a marketing strategy. And this is what it needs. You only need one advocate, 2 advocates, maybe 5 advocates who would just think of you. When I think of social media, do you think of Bella Khaja? When I think of social media, do you think of Nimble? It takes that much of an effort to put all your customers into this funnel and actually work around them and bring them through a journey where we actually want an army of advocates. So, question, have you nurtured them enough where they will come back for you for more? If I speak about baking, do I think about your business? If I think about properties, do I think about you as a realtor? Are you my first choice. And if you're not a first choice in someone's funnel, then you got to make sure that you have, and you're doing whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes to actually make sure that you will always, always be in top of mind. What do you think of that? Can you remember Tom? Yeah, just make sure that you always have Tom in your head. Okay, Tom. Yeah, alrighty. All right, so moving on. This is how we're going to develop a mindset for content marketing. And of course, as always, and this is key, because always ask these 3 questions. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please just think about these 3 questions. What are the problems that you are trying to really solve for my prospects? Okay, let's take this down. Okay, let's take this down. Have some moment, write this down. What are you really trying to solve the problems with your customers? So, for example, Nimble, yeah. So Nimble is a marketing consultancy. Yeah, we are known first as a consultancy because what we do on for 24/7 of our lives here in the agency is to basically assist brands with their social media marketing. So I am very clear. I have clarity with what exactly I put out on social media. I have clarity with exactly what I put out on my website, and I tell everyone that, hey, if you're a brand and you have absolutely no idea how to get your brand out there with your awareness on social media, blah, 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 this is how I can actually help you with your strategy in just 3 easy steps. I know exactly what I wanted help with help my brands with. Do you have clarity for your do you have clarity for the kind of problems you actually want to solve for your customers, right? Next, what does he or she need the very, very most? What can you solve? Okay, what can you solve their problems with exactly at the opportune time that they're actually having issues with? Do you have absolute issues with, like, right now, I have no idea how I'm going to send a cake to my mom whose birthday is coming up. In this whole period, how am I supposed to find a cake maker who can actually send a cake on time for my mom's birthday that's happening just a few weeks away? So how do I do that? So I am now on a search, right? On a search on social media. And I'm looking for a solution. Who is able to bake for me in the month of May, blah, blah, blah. I'm out there searching for solutions because this is a legit problem. And you're supposed to actually answer these questions, prepare the prospects with a solution on the digital front. So remember this, yeah? Remember this, right? And of course, what information are they truly searching for? Are they searching for a value-based information? Are they here looking for a price point that, that jives with their budget, right? Are they here dying to find an expert who's able to break down the concepts of content marketing in ways that, is a lot easier? Like me, So these are other things. These are the things that typically your customers will go through. And please always ask yourself these 3 questions, because this is the benchmark. This will be the benchmark to a killer content strategy. Yeah, because I can help you with the tools, because that's going to happen in just 5 minutes. But before you begin and embark on this trajectory and the semantics of it all, please ask yourself these 3 questions. Okay. Alrighty. All right. So are we ready, ladies? Are you ready for the tools? Can I have a heart emoji sign? Yeah, can I have a heart emoji sign on chat box so I can just get to it? Heart emoji signs, ladies. Are you ready for the tools? All right, Naraini, nice. Keyboard warriors, many hearts. Yeah. Alrighty, nice. Karen, nice. Bring it. Yeah. Alrighty. Somebody asked, how do I put an emoji in here? Yes, you can just put an emoji quite easily there. Nice. Alrighty, nice. Okay, let's get to it, ladies. All right, so we're having absolutely no idea how to do your content strategy. Don't worry, there are a lot of tools out there. So let's get to it. Okay. I'm actually going to share my screen. Ta-da. All right. Okay. So first things first, if you have not subscribed to Nimble's YouTube channel, you should, because I do have some old content, but it's still gold. All you have to do is just type Nimble Marketing Consultancy, and you should see us. Yeah, you should see us, guys, right there. We're right there. Please subscribe to us because there is one. So I found this. There is one video that is so crucial for your content strategy, right? Yeah. created
So as
by
you can see
me.
here, I have an entire YouTube video that is so crucial to actually plan out. That it comes together with an Excel spreadsheet that will allow you to actually plan your strategy out from awareness stage all the way to conversion stage, all the way to delight and loyalty stage. So it's all here. It is a
I actually have in this tab.
This
I
is
say
exactly what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. A long form content as a tutorial form for 40 minutes long. So get your popcorns ready and just be entertained by my 40-minute tutorial. Okay. So if you wanna, there is a Excel spreadsheet right there, right there. Just click on it. There'll be I'll give you the Excel spreadsheet as well. Put all your thoughts down in the Excel spreadsheet, personalize it to your business. It's all there because I understand you're a busy entrepreneur. I'm a busy entrepreneur too. Yeah. All right. First tool. Ta-da. All right. Enough. Yeah. Now, if you've never heard of Answer the Public already, please go to Answer the Public, because this is how I built my content strategy. It is based exactly as to the needs of my audience. Like if you see this really cool, handsome guy here, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Yeah. So what you have to do is just basically put your, choose the country in which you are from. I am from Singapore. Singapore, right there. Okay, so I'm from Singapore, and what I want to do is I want to talk about digital marketing. Yeah, all right. And I'm gonna hit the search button, and I'm just gonna wait for just 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, and I'm gonna let the AI work for me. I'm gonna let the AI, do the job for me. And there you have it, your entire content strategy, your done in just 2 seconds. Isn't this mad? Isn't this crazy? Right? This is crazy, right? This is exactly what people are actually searching for in Singapore. In Singapore, yeah. So if you think tool, let me know in the chat bot. Let me know. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, right. All right. 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. Yeah. All right. So there is a why, there's a how, there's a will, there's a can. Yeah. And there's a which. And if you go down to the bottom, yeah, they even break it down. They even break it down to you in prepositions. They even break it down to you in comparison. Look, the 2020 is right there, and all you have to do is to decide whether or not you're going to be on a video or you're going to do this in a written form. It's up to you. It's up to you. But this is not all. I'm going to share with you more. Yeah. So next, there's a tool called questiondb.io. Nimble team, can we have that? Questiondb.io that I use to actually map out exactly the kind of backlinks that I want to have in the written form. Remember what I told you, that you can actually be a keyboard warrior if you wanted to? Yeah, this is how. Yeah, so you match the efforts for you match the efforts that you have here from Answer the Public, and you actually actually use question DBs together. You get a full blown strategy that is going to help you in the long run. And like I said, I can just type digital marketing, or in this case, I won't type digital marketing. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to type baking. Yeah, I'm going to type baking. I'm going to generate. Okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait. Yeah, and then, ta-da! Come on, fire up. There you go. All right. So there's 40 out of 793 total matches. There's like so basically this is exactly the kind of questions, because the idea of question DB allows you to actually craft questions that you can actually send out to the world, or you can ask the public directly, because this is supposed to help break it down to you in a question format. So I like to use this together with Answer the Public, and then I have like a full-blown strategy. All right, so this is question DB. Next tool. Okay, moving on. Right, adbit.com. So I had someone here who said that look, Bella, I did some ads, it was on display, it was on social, but they were crickets. I do not know what's going on. I just spent thousands of dollars, and then my CEO wants me to have like 5,000 followers at the end of the day. How the heck do I do that? So this is how we're going to learn and research a lot more on our competitor and exactly what they do for the ads, especially display ads, because I want to know that I'm creative. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to type Nike. Yeah, I'm going to type Nike, and then I'm going to search, and then I'm going to wait. All right, I'm going to wait. And then I want to go Nike.com. I'm going to Nike.com. And then I'm going to watch. I'm going to take my popcorn and I'm just going to watch what happens, the magic that happens with advertisements. And this is exactly how I built my career on. I started my career in advertisement before I moved on and niched myself to social media. So when it comes to outbound marketing strategy, like when I put ads on billboards and I put ads like on display, when I put ads on television, this is exactly the kind of ingredients that's going to help me get there. So as you can see here, the reason why someone asked me about ads, right? The reason why maybe your ads are not working, it is because it wasn't the offer wasn't clear. Maybe the visual wasn't clear. Maybe the copy wasn't compelling enough. So when you study the competitors, right? You can actually see in real time, what's going on with your ads, real time, and just use this as an inspiration for your next big ad. Yeah. All right. So at advertiser profile, look, this is all transparent. This is crazy, right? Because this is so transparent. What is Nike is doing? You can just type whatever one is out there, building ads, advertisements, and doing the whole display thing. And this is something that I want to actually share with everyone. Yeah. All right. So advertisers ads, ad locker, you can just go on, look, these are the visuals. If you stick around on Friday, I'm gonna go exactly the kind of tools to actually furnish you with your work when it comes to content strategy. So today is a lot about content. Friday is exactly the tools. So please come for Friday session. And of course, in my summit, it's just a lot more tools, a lot more tutorials. So that's something that I wanna talk about. Yeah. Alrighty. All right. So is everyone cool? Is everyone okay? Is everyone doing okay? I wish I can hear everyone. But I know there's some question and answers, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take some questions right now. Okay, I'm going to take some questions right now. Right. Alrighty, Bella, what do you have for me? All right. So my question is, how do we come out with content that is different when many other similar businesses use the same content? Vanessa asks, do I have to pay Facebook, Insta? All right, okay. So someone asked about content for for a platform called Facebook. And then Jenny asked, should we use business account to get more insights on reach? I heard that business accounts don't show up as much as people's feed. Oh, I love this question. I will talk about that. Vanessa asked, I'd like to reach out to 1,000 followers this month. And that's pretty much an objective. Yeah. So Vanessa, I'll try to help you with that. All right. Samantha, I'm gonna talk. This is exactly what I'm hoping for. How can I balance authenticity with ads? All right. Okay. So if anyone is listening right now, if everyone is listening, I would like Nimble team. Can you do this for me? Facebook ads library. Right? Can we pull up the link for Facebook ads library? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for my Nimble team to actually put down Facebook ads library on the chat board. Yeah. Yeah. Nimble girls, can we have Facebook ads library as a link on chatbot? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. I know. Thank you so much, Afi. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to tell you exactly what someone asked, which is Samantha asked. How advertisement and how do I balance content that is authentic at the end of the day? So there is this is already a question on strategy, right? Because you are building an organic content and there you are putting out an outbound ad. It is exactly the marriage between inbound and outbound that I have been doing and trying to do for my clients throughout these 4 years, and it has been successful. Yeah. So think about the ad strategy. When you think about your ads, when you do your Facebook ads library, just type any business out there and put it on Facebook ads library and check out exactly the kind of ads they are doing. Take a look at Squarespace. Take a look at the kind of ads content that they put on that Squarespace has. Yeah, Squarespace has, and look at the way they don't really sell it in our faces. The way they encourage people, they tell people they can empower someone just by do DIY kind of like ad. And this is really the copy that they put out on across all the ad creatives. So they're not really too salesy, right? So copy is everything. So that's one, right? Where you have ad creative that is not too sexy, but then check out what's going on Squarespace on Instagram. Take a look at their visual content. Take a look at their IG story, the way they built the community from the ground up, telling everyone, empowering everyone with like the whole idea of, you know what, if you're not a coder or you're not a developer, you can do this on your own, no matter what trade you are in. There's that promise, right? There's that promise and that journey that they take their customers through. And I think Squarespace does that really, really well. So I think Squarespace as a brand, they mix the art of, organic and ads together very, very well. So I think that's pretty much, I think you can study from about this so much more, but I'll try to keep that for Friday. Yeah, but sometimes someone asks, how can we come up with content that is different with many other similar business? Now this is exactly what I mean by not overthinking, because what I want you to do is I want you to start thinking about your personality, and I want you to think about even if you're using your own personality, your own personal branding, think about your brand's personality. Think about your business personality. This is key, because my personality, my personal brand is different from Nimble's personal brand. And as you can see from the Instagram account that we have, Nimble's personal brand is really loud. We are very vivacious. We're very like in your face, the colors and all that. And we're very friendly, but we are also experts in the field. For my case, my personal brand, right? I'm more towards a mature. I'm more towards a mature, content creator. I put myself as a thought leader. It's very different personality than Nimble's personality. Yeah. So you need to ask yourself, this is my personal brand. I have a personality. I have a personality, yeah. And what is my company's or my business personality? And then map the content strategy towards that. Yeah. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to do. That's all I have to say to you for today. I wish I can talk so much more, but I hope this was insightful. Don't forget to download your content planner, because if I don't answer your questions, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to experiment with everyone. I want to actually introduce you one tool that I love so very much, so very much, and it is a tool called ta-da. All right. It's a tool called Video Ask, and I'm only going to need only 2 minutes of your time. Yeah, if you've never heard of this, this is a tool that was developed by Typeform, which is a landing page, which everyone typically knows it as a questionnaire system, whatever, and then they actually developed a tool called Video Ask. Now, Video Ask exists for iPhone users. I repeat, for Apple users, you have on your phone. For Android users, you don't unfortunately have this as an app, but that's okay. You can actually activate this on the platform, on the browser as well. So it's not to say that you don't have it at all. But the idea here is this. I would like to share with the software, because one thing that I love about this is that I could actually interact with my audience and exactly in an exact fashion that allows me to actually receive the information from or receive an answer in a video format. So I'm going to show you how it's gonna log in. All right, don't drop off. I would love for you to stay. I know it's like really, really long. Try to stick around, because I have something to talk to you guys about. So this is the back end of my Video Ask. I'm gonna click on a new Video Ask, right? Okay. And then what's going to happen is that they're going to ask you, how would you like to build your video ask? I want it to be captured in a video format. So this is what's happened. This is my screen. My yellow wall. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hit the record. Yeah. And then you can see that the screen will shrink. Yeah. The screen will shrink. Okay. The screen will shrink, and it's going to be in a mobile fashion for a reason. So now I have a question for everyone. Yeah. I would love to ask, how did you find this webinar? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is this useful? Are these strategies that have been sharing, are these things something that you can actually implement on the fly almost immediately? Now, I would love to have your response via a video, and the best 5 response, I repeat, the best 5 response, all right, I'm actually going to give you the book. Ta-da! All right, I'm actually going to give Nimble's book away. And of course, this is for those who participated and actually answered this back in a video format, because I would love to give the book away. And and once this COVID, this situation down, I will mail it to you no matter where you are in the world, because I think this is how I'm going to connect with you no matter where I am. Yeah. Alrighty. So once you're done with that, what you want to do is you want to stop your video. Okay. And I'm going to
The screen will shrink.
Okay,
The screen will shrink.
And then after that, I'm going to type in my question because I want to overlay the text. All right. Question 1. How did you find this presentation? 2. Will you use this strategy for your business? Alrighty, so once I'm done with the 2 questions, there's going to be an overlay in this video, yeah, and then I'm going to hit the next step, yeah, and then actually I'm going to choose an option. I'm going to click there. I want everyone to start practicing a video response, even though there is a portion where you can actually respond in an audio. I don't want that, and then I do not want a text response, so we don't want that. We only want a video. So and this is to encourage you to be on a video, right? So we're gonna practice, and then after that, we're gonna ask the question. She loves data. Community. Right. I'm gonna hit that button, name, email, and all that, and then I'm gonna hit create. Now, what's gonna happen? This is gonna fire up. Yeah, it's gonna render the video. Blah blah blah. It's gonna just take just a while. Yeah, just a while, and then there's gonna be a link that I'm going to put into this chat bot. I want everyone to just click on that, right? There's going to be a link. So I'm going to share this link. I'm going to copy this. All right, I'm going to copy this. Okay. And then I'm going to stop my share. Sharing. Okay. And then I'm going to actually put this here. There you go. That's the link. Okay, that's the link. All panelists. Okay. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've come to the end of my presentation. What I want you to do is I want you to practice. To actually get a video of the presentation. Let me know whether you love the tools and all that. And of course, if you have any questions at all, let's keep the conversations coming. Whether or not you are PMing or DMing Sheila's data, whether or not you're coming into our Nimble's Instagram, let me know if there's anything at all that I can help you with. And of course, this is exactly. Don't forget to actually use Sheila's data upon checkout when you actually get our book. And of course, thank you so very much for this quick session on content marketing for busy entrepreneurs. I hope you download the stuff, go to my YouTube, download the Excel spreadsheet, answer the video questions, and of course, the best 5 answers will receive the book no matter where you are, right? Thank you so much, Risha, Sheila's data. I hope that was a cool session. Don't forget to follow all of us on our website and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. That was incredible and amazing, Bella. I mean, there's so much to absorb, there's so much to learn, and I'm sure all of us just want to get back on Friday and see what else you have to share with us. It was just amazing, and this audience, oh my God, you guys are just fabulous, so enthusiastic, so interesting, so amazing, insightful questions.
I was hoping I could just get everyone to switch on the cameras and then boom, we can just do a screenshot. But
we wish.
That would be like 200.
Like going never ending. I mean, we just don't see that 1 hour is enough for you guys. This is amazing. Guys, please feel free to drop your queries to support_sg@sheilasdata.com. And don't forget to join us for our last leg of this digital marketing series this week, which is scheduled on Friday, same time in Singapore. You can also check out our website events page for more upcoming webinars, sheilasdata.com/events. And after all, we are already in the digital age. So let's just stop saying, hand it in. Let's just start saying, post it, publish it. It's digital. Let's go digital. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you guys on Friday. And people who still have many more questions to ask, please join us on our Facebook Sheila's Data group, and Bella will help you answer all your questions there time and again. Thank you. Sayonara.
Sayonara. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.